Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing the base model Kicks. This is a very affordable all-wheel drive car. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garff Nissan here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Kicks. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Paul. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an Xtronic CVT. Fuel economy is 27 around town and then 34 on the highway, with power outputs being 141 horsepower and then 140 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, this is finished in this really cool bronze color. This is a new color. I don't know, it's pretty fun. And then look at how nice the lights look even on this kind of more baseline trim. You got the Nissan logo there front and center as well. And so overall, the new Kicks, it's got a cool looking front end. Now our tire wheel setup is 215 by 55 by 16 in the front and over in the rear. And with the wheels, metallic gray, they're mostly closed off, which is kind of interesting. We've got these pretty chunky looking fender flares, and then notice we've got that molding there on the side with the rest of the bodywork, and that actually continues onto the door handles and the mirror cap there. Taking a few steps back, you can see the new Kicks kind of has a boxier look. And this leads us to the key fob. We've got the Nissan logo there, lock and unlock, pretty straightforward setup. And popping into the rear, quite a bit of storage space here on the back of the Kicks. And this is one of the nice things. Again, this is not a massive vehicle, but it's still very practical throughout. And if we actually move this stuff out of the way, we can pick this up a little bit so you got a little bit more storage underneath too, which is always a nice thing to have. When you're all done, it is manual, so just grab that and that'll allow you to pop that down. Really cool taillight design here on the back. Turn signal indicator. You got your all-wheel drive badge down below as well. And yeah, that's the rest of the rear. Let me know what you guys think about the looks, but I really dig the looks of the new Kicks. I think they did a good job. And this leads us inside. So gonna be more basic with the trim with this particular packaging. That's pretty cool with that. But we got cloth here all over the seats, which is nice. And then popping in quickly. Legroom back here is good. And then headroom as well is actually solid. And then this leads us up front. So again, you've got the cloth trim there. We've got all of our window controls here as well. Mirror adjustments, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Pretty fun setup. Manually adjustable, by the way. And then you got like the hood latch release down below. And then this is pretty nice with the trim on the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, it's going to be more basic with the trim around, but it is still kind of like soft to the touch. Got practical controls including like our adaptive cruise control here, volume controls and all of that in the steering wheel. Traditional stocks here on the back. And this is actually surprising. We've got this big digital gauge cluster here in the center. Was expecting kind of more of an analog setup with the entry-level package, but the fact that it's fully digital I think is pretty cool. Now we do have a backup camera in reverse. This is where things get a little bit less exciting with this more entry-level package. You do have some physical controls, but yeah, this is much smaller than the unit in the loaded up one that I reviewed about a couple weeks ago. But yeah, still nice. More of that nice trim all over, so it looks a little bit kind of fancier, I guess. You got the vents down here, and then you can see the climate controls, and then our little kind of charging area here with your parking brake and all of that. Drive mode, select D mode. That's funny how they have that set up. But yeah, shifter for that Xtronic CVT. Got some storage here, more just behind. Nice trim here on the top. Let's see the glove box. Pretty normal. Manual mirror dimmer, and then no sunroof with this model. Now this is solid. 2025 Nissan Kicks S. 25,160 is the total MSRP, so less expensive than the average used car when it comes to pricing. It's brand new. That's nice. Let's drive it. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Show visibility of the hood, both the mirrors. And there's the rear. Pretty good. It's got blind spot monitoring too, which is nice. So let's kick it in the kicks. This is one of the most exciting affordable new cars in the market, I would say. Looks cool, has all-wheel drive, and it is very reasonably priced. Now first off, Xtronic CVT. It's pretty smooth. Pretty quick with the transitions. Yeah, it's pretty snappy with the transitions. Pop into the sport mode and see how that compares. It doesn't feel too different. Yeah, it doesn't really feel too different in the sport mode. Interesting. Let's put it back in standard. So, something's up with the kicks. I really like this. I think they've done justice to the kicks. The kicks used to be still affordable, but so slow, it felt dangerous in a way. Like 120 horsepower, and this, you know, only has 20 more horsepower, but 20 more horsepower at this power level makes such a big difference. It's like you had 20 horsepower to a, you know, 800 horsepower car, and it's like, ah, whatever. But you had 20 horsepower to a car with, starting with 120 horsepower in it. It's like a whole new world that this car lives in. But yeah, again, it's still not like fast by any means, but it's got enough power. It doesn't feel slow like it did before. I think it drives really well overall. I'm super impressed with it. I think they've done a great job with the new kicks. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this kind of more entry-level package. But I think this is a really nice setup, personally. And yeah, aside from that, yeah, $25,000 brand new car, all-wheel drive. There's not, like, the only other car that you can really get like this is what, a Subaru Impreza. So getting kind of like a more SUV style with this price point with all-wheel drive, I think it's pretty cool. But let me know your thoughts.